So I've been sent this video a lot over the last few days. People asking my thoughts and my comments on it. And before anyone says, oh, you don't know her situation or, you don't know what she's going through, well, I do, because I lived it. I'm her ex-husband, and right now I have full custody of our kids. This is our parent agreement. As you can see, I have all weekdays and weekends, time sharing with the kids, all at holiday academic breaks. And for her to get any rights back to the kids, these are the things that she needs to do. And yes, child support, she owes that. It's up to over $21,000.
Whatever you're saying about me on the internet, but there are other women that have filed restraining orders against him. And if anyone took the time to go look him up as well, that's what you would see. Instead, you see everything you've looked me up, which is essentially coming from one man who is out to destroy my life. That is in the nature of being a Scientologist. That is what they do. And if you know anything about them, you would know that. But what is going on is not right.
What's good, YouTube? This is KB LaFleur. You can call me KB. Welcome back to another video, man. We got something pretty good, man. We got a guy who is responding to his ex-wife, right? His now baby mother, because she decided to jump on TikTok to do what about 90 to 95% of your women do today. Jump on the internet to air out her man or gain the sympathy from her followers at the expense of the baby's father's peace. Prime example, right? Prime example. We had 5-year-old Foreign and his baby mom who was going back and forth, all because he dealt with some other woman, right? Supposedly. The baby mother then jumps on the internet to then falsely accuse this man of something that he doesn't do, right? And that is watching a corn. Right. So she then turns around and apologizes about that. You had Neo baby mother, right, where she is upset because this guy is once again living his life. And what does she do? She jumps on the internet, air this man out, call this man, Diddy Jr. Just flat out just trashing this guy. And I got tons and tons of videos pretty much backing this up, that plenty of your women like to jump on the internet to air out the very man that they have laid down with. Now, of course, when you look at the video, it's her over here making a cupcake or whatever and trying to gain some brownie points by saying, well, you know what, hey, this is what happens, when you're the only mother and I don't know, you have your birthday and only your kids are there because your baby father does. I don't know. It's wild. But the bottom line is to once again gain cool points at the expense of the baby father's peace. So the baby father decides to respond and say, man, look, bro, like what she is talking about it's just delusion. She's just trying to make someone look bad. Right? She tries to make someone look bad. Now she responds. She responded to his post. Tell me you're not guilty without telling me you're guilty. She's guilty in all of this, right? You can pretty much see that, man, sis, you're not genuine. It seems like you're lying. It seems like you're lying hard at that. So let's go ahead, man, and see what this man got to say, and let's see how he is going to defend himself.
So I've been sent this video a lot over the last few days. People asking my thoughts and my comments on it. And before anyone says, oh, you don't know her situation or, you don't know what she's going through, well, I do, because I lived it. I'm her ex-husband, and right now I have full custody of our kids. This is our parent agreement. As you can see, I have all weekdays and weekends, time sharing with the kids, all at holiday academic breaks. And for her to get any rights back to the kids, these are the things that she needs to do. And yes, child support, she owes that. It's up to over $21,000. So she's a mother and doesn't pay child support. She was then arrested for check fraud, and during that hearing, it turned out that it was found that she stole almost $1 million from another guy.
And we must believe her. Right. And we must believe her. And guess what? So many women will believe this woman. Oh, man, that man ain't this. That man ain't that. Oh, man, that man, he should be doing this. He should be doing that. But come to find out, you got this lady right here in so much ish. Prime example is like that girl, Rhoda Osmond, who sat here and lied on other black men and said that somebody hit her with a brick just so she can get a GoFundMe, so she can get all the sympathy, this, that, and the third. Come to find out, she has a history of lying. Come to find out she has a history of being arrested, right? A fraud. But guess what? When she initially said something, nobody took the time out besides Sister Daphne and other people who dislike this whole situation. Nobody took the time out to go see this woman's history. All of these sisters, yeah, this black man, 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 that. You know, where's your GoFundMe so we can send all the money over there? Where's your GoFundMe so we can do this, so we can do that? Fast forward, where's she at right now, people? So she then took all of that money. She then made, I think it was close to 50K or something. She's gonna take all of that money, go out vacationing. And guess how she got that 50K? All off of sitting on the internet, crying to other people to get their sympathy, to make who look bad? The man. So here you have a guy, right, who's sitting over here looking at his baby moms on the internet. Being a single mom is making your own birthday cake on your birthday so that your babies can feel happy they are singing to you. To get some cool points. So the reason he is even showing this stuff is to give y'all a perspective that, hey, this woman she's just being extra. She's just being extra like most women. About 90 to 95% of your women doing today. They jump on the internet to play victim when they are the main ones that are the issue.
These are scans that she would send and post on her page before. So, to sum it up, this person, for people that follow her or giving her praise and telling her how strong and how, amazing she's doing, well, she's really not a full-time mom. She barely has her kids. She goes out all the time. And she doesn't even have a job even. So she just really not someone that other single moms should really be looking towards as for inspiration or anything like that. There are a lot of, hardworking single moms out there, and a lot of respect to them. All I just want to say is she just isn't one of them. So hopefully everyone can see this video and know, who she is.
Now to me, and I know for a fact to everybody else, that seemed very genuine. He was calm. He wasn't lashing out. He wasn't doing anything crazy. He was just saying, man, look, here's some facts. She owes $21,000 in child support. Now, we all know that if a man owes that much money, he will be up under the jail. He wouldn't be in jail. He will be under the jail. And once again, he is slowly but effectively defending himself. Nowhere is he bashing her. Nowhere is he saying, man, she's this, she's that, other than she is not she's not a good fit mother. Other than she is just telling fibs. She's trying to put on this facade so other people can say, well, you know what, we feel sorry for you that you have to go through that as a single mother. Should no woman have to go through that? And guess what? You then go back to demonizing the man instead of actually looking into the woman and saying, oh, okay, well, yeah, here's the issues. So guess what? Anytime a man defends himself, there will always be a defense. There will always be some excuses, and there'll always be somebody trying to push a false narrative, right? You're going to see her response to this guy. She didn't bring this stuff up. She never said any of this stuff until he decided to sit here and say, let me defend myself, because people are not about to sit over here and try to make me out to be a bad person when she's the one that's sitting over here doing things to keep her in the position that she's in right now. He's sitting over here saying that, yo, you're lying. You don't even freaking have full custody of the children. So to sit over here and try to make this video as if, man, you're sitting over here, you got custody of the children, you're working hard every single day, that's BS. Right? That's BS. You're not about to sit over here and make me look bad when you don't even have full custody of the kids. Just watch her. Just watch what she says. Just watch her mannerisms. Watch how she tries to explain things. And then she tries to bring up something to once again, this is what a lot of your women do, right? This is what a lot of your women do. They will start something. Then when you as a man decide to defend yourself or say, yeah, nah, what she's saying, that's cap, and I got proof to show you that's cap, they will then come back and they will then try to once again do what? Throw more dirt on your name. Then this is where they really start. They already pushing false narratives. They're going to try to ramp it up now. Right? And look at what she tries to throw at this man. Look at what she tries to throw on this man's name. That it's just not going to stick. It's just not going to stick. It almost did, but it did.
Whatever you're saying about me on the internet, but there are other women that have filed restraining orders against him. And if anyone took the time to go look him up as well, that's what you would see. Instead I see a woman here who, once again, you can look at her. So if y'all,
So there's other women out there that had put a restraining order on him. Is that not an issue right there? Right? Is that not an issue? Is that it's almost like she's trying to once again absolve herself from accountability. You're not attacking what he is talking about. And this is how you can tell, this is a prime indicator that this person is about to sit over here and tell the biggest lie known to man. This man is about to try to curb the hell out of this situation. This woman is about to deflect like a mug. Other women have restraining orders on this man. What does that have to do with you jumping on the internet to make it seem like, hey, well, you know, I'm doing this all alone, when you don't even have full custody of the children, when you still owe 21K. A lot of your women will tell you men who don't pay child support are bad fathers. Well, are y'all going to say the same thing about this woman who owes 21K? No, y'all won't. They will not. They will allow it to ride because guess what? It's the woman. This is deflecting at its finest, but you're going to have women who still believe this woman. You're going to still have women who are in this woman's corner when she started off the video looking like she's ready to lie. Like, what are we doing here?
Everything you've looked me up, which is essentially coming from one man who is out to destroy my life. That is in the nature of being a Scientologist. That is what they do. And if you know anything about them, you would know that. But what is going on is not right. Me getting death threats when I stay home with my kids every day is not right. Because a man that I left will always try to destroy my life. Forever.
So now, once again, we're back on it, right? We're back crying. And this is a tactic that a lot of you women use today. Letting me cry my way out of the situation, because the second I cry, I will get everybody's help. The second I cry, right? The second I cry, there's going to be somebody out there, no matter what the situation is, they're going to be there on my side. Women will then turn around and say, you know what? You are right. Why are you go right over to the guy? You got people sending her death threats. You got people this, you got people that. What about all of the men who are falsely accused of rape? What about all of the men who are falsely accused of being a piss poor father to these women who do stuff that she does? Jump on the internet and try to make the man out to be a bad father. What about those men? They get death threats. They get trashed by a bunch of women on a daily. You're a deadbeat this, you're a deadbeat that. And they don't ever know the full story. You look at the brother, I think his name Keenan and Kel or whatever, right? I'm put a picture up of him, but he used to be on Good Burger. He's going through a situation with his baby mother. She jumps on the internet making it looks like she's lying, but she's coming up with all of this crazy stuff. She's coming up with all this crazy stuff to make this man look bad. But see, the crazy thing was, she was sitting over here dropping posts, trying to make the man look bad. This was like months ago. I think I did a video on it, but this was months ago. To try to freaking turn, I believe she was trying to turn his daughter against her. If I can pull it up, I'll pull it up for you. But this man, he doesn't go all out to talk about it. He just, once again, stays quiet. But guess what? When he decided to go on a Shannon Sharp show, and he was talking about the whole situation, he's letting them know about his experience. He's saying, man, look, I don't know any man who is willing to let other people in the world know that he's been constantly cheated on. His woman had a baby on him and he still stayed. There's no, like, I can't name one man outside of some imps. I can't name one man who will sit here and who will be willing to tell somebody that. That's embarrassing. So for that man to jump on Shannon Sharp show where everybody named mama can see it, right? When everybody knows this is something that's big with him right now. If you look him up, the biggest story about him is the baby mother and the child. Guess what the baby mama does? She goes up here and she makes a video to try to once again demonize the man, right? To play to deflect. So I mean, once again, it's a common thing. It's a common thing. But the sad thing about it is we can talk about it. We can sit over here, make videos about it. We can sit over here, show proof on a daily. And there will still be people out there, man, ready to take this type of content down. There will still be people out there saying, well, this doesn't make any sense. Well, you're just talking. Can't just be talking when you got facts and proof. So she pulls a crying tactic. She pulls a tactic of, well, you know what? Hey, everything that he's stating is a fact, right? And the crazy thing is, He has her mugshot up there. She didn't attack the mugshot. She didn't attack the fraud. She didn't attack none of that. She just went straight to, that's what they do. They tried to destroy it and to destroy my life. When you were the one who jumped on the internet to make this man look bad. But once again, this is the deflectiveness. This is the unaccountable, right? This is the unaccountable shit that we talk about. When we talk about a lot of people being unaccountable, we're mainly talking about them. But when you talk about it, it becomes an issue. They don't want you to say anything about it. And it's crazy. It's crazy because once again, they are allowed to jump on the internet to make a man look bad. But when a man tries to defend himself and he has proof to defend himself, he has evidence to defend himself and to prove his points to be true. And what about lying about the cancer? I mean, you didn't even bring that up. Right, you didn't even bring that up. So I don't. Maybe women are going to see this, and maybe women will say, "Hey, well, KB, you might be right." But you really ain't going to get a whole lot of those, just because once again, having a victim mindset is probably the best thing most of you women can do today, because that's all they know.
Put my face at the top so I can block out the girl's personal information. But this is another girl that put a restraining order against him. I think a couple of years before we got married, for chasing her around the table with a knife. It did end up getting, after they went to court, it ended up getting declined because she did not have a lawyer, and he did, and he ended up winning, which is typically how he wins everything. Is the girls that he gets are young girls. He's older, gets young girls, and then he has way more money and is able to end up destroying them in court. I am not going to say anything else about it anymore. I'm going to get off the phone and not deal with this. I haven't shared about him in years. In all the years I've been on social media, I've not been sharing about him. I had to get on here today to defend myself, and I'm not even going to keep these videos up for a long time because it's not the right thing to do. I have always said that's not the right thing to do, no matter who has told me to do it, no matter how long he's been doing this to me. It's not. I put my face at the top. These are messages from last night and today. I begged him to take this down. He responded, and called me 3 times and asked why I can't answer the phone. Here I'm showing you on the website he created about me, the Scientology links, because he's now claiming he's not a Scientologist. The handbook is linked on the page. These are messages from last night.
9 times out of 10, that case was dismissed because guess what? There was no evidence. Because guess what? Hey, that girl was probably, he's probably deal with a bad batch. He probably deals with bad batches of women. But guess what, right? You bring up the fact that, hey, a bunch of women have a restraining order out on them. So I was like, oh, okay. Fast forward, she shows the video, right? She shows a picture. So I'm like, oh, okay. Let's see where this goes. Let's see where this goes. Does he really have a restraining order on him? And just because they do have a restraining order on them, which is automatically going to be the negative outlook. There are plenty of guys who have restraining orders. There are plenty of guys who has a restraining order out on them from their baby mothers or from their significant other or whatever. For what reason? There's never big reasons other than the woman felt some type of way. So, hey, I'm gonna put a restraining order on him. But guess what? That was thrown out because she couldn't afford a lawyer. So then she turns around and says, this is what he does. He deals with a bunch of young girls who pretty much are broke and they can't afford a lawyer. But you can though. You can afford a lawyer. Make it make sense. Right? Make it make sense. I'm pretty sure she would sit over here and say, I got money, I can afford a lawyer. So that girl didn't pass, right? That you used for whatever, right? Now, what about all of the other women? You couldn't show proof of that. You couldn't show proof of those. And I'm pretty sure those other cases was dismissed, which is why she sat here and said he deals with women that he knows don't have money. So guess what? He does, people make it make sense. Right? He was chasing her around the table with a knife, but because she didn't have a lawyer or whatever, it was dropped. Nothing could happen. I mean, bro, come up with a better lie. That's all I'm saying. Come up with a better lie. People, it's a pattern. It's a pattern. But every time you talk about it, it becomes an issue. Do me a huge favor, leave me a like, leave me a comment, leave me a subscribe.